What's going on YouTube? It's your boy John B. Come back to you guys with a brand new haircut tutorial. So as you can see here, I'm gonna be doing number 5 on top with a mid bald fade. So I'm gonna be using my Snap FX trimmers or clippers. Sorry, I just got these from my boy JV. Shout out to you. And I'm really liking it just because you get a fully charged clipper every haircut pretty much, and nothing beats a fully charged clipper because it just feels more stronger and it cuts cleaner. So I'm just going to be going over the top of the number 5, and these do cut pretty good. I used to be a big Babyliss guy, and it's cool to go full circle and come back to it. It's a really good clipper if you're first starting out also, just because it has notches on the lever. That way you can follow through each step. So next, I'm going to go in my lever close, and since this is a mid-ball fade, I'm going to start right around the eyebrow level and right above his box. So I'm going to make my first guideline with the lever closed. I'm not going with my trimmers this time just because it'll make your life a lot easier and easier to blend that bald line out. Next, I'm gonna do the other side and connect both lines together just so it's even. Don't forget to use your mirror as well to make sure both lines are even when you connect them in the back. So next step, I'm gonna go with my no guard lever all the way open, and I'm gonna go about a finger's width. This is the technique I always use, like pretty much my go-to, just so you guys know that you gotta find your own system that works for you, and this one works for me, so that's why I usually do it. So I'm gonna go over this section multiple times just to make sure it's a true open. Then I'm gonna pretty much start with it closed and open the lever the higher you go. But you do not want to go past that first guideline you made because you don't want to bring the fade any higher. Now when you're getting to the top of the line, as you can see right here, I'm using my corners a lot, and I'm playing with the lever halfway to open because you don't want to go too short and make another line. Alright, so next I'm going with my number 1 guard all the way open, and I'm gonna make that same width of a guideline when I did with my lever open, and you pretty much want to follow those same guidelines just because you want your fade to come out even. Next I'm going with my half guard all the way open and start to close it the lower you go, and half open is pretty much like a number 1 guard close, so that's why I just pretty much skip the 1 close and just go straight to the half. Alright, this line is pretty much almost blended out. Next, you're going to go with your number 2 guard, and you're going to flick out and flick off of the client's head because you don't want to dig into the top. Pretty much when you're fading, just go through your steps and go back and do touch-up work. This is when you pretty much have to know your clipper and how short it cuts. That way it'll just make touch-up work a lot easier. So I'm gonna go with my number 1 guard or number 2 guard open, then I'm gonna go to my 1.5 guard open, then close. Just using my corner right here. As you can see, he does have kind of like a bumpy head, so you gotta use your corners if those guards can't save you. Last step is gonna be the number 1 guard, and same thing, just use your corners and just take out any dark areas. Also, when you line them up, you're gonna see some areas that'll pop out, and do some more touch-up work after that. I'm pretty much doing the same steps on this side, so I'm not gonna really talk much. But if you haven't already and you made it this far, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, and I'll get back to you guys when it comes to the lineup. So next I'm going to use my trimmers and pretty much get rid of the bottom. You do not want to bring this step too high either. Don't go above where you made your first guideline. Just like I said, it's going to make your life harder when it comes to the balder. I know a lot of people have trouble with the balder, so these steps will make it a lot easier, because sometimes stopping in that bald guideline first and balding it out kind of makes it hard for you beginner barbers. Then I'm going with my shaver, and you're gonna go one step below that, below the trimmer line that you made. But if you, as you can tell, like, it's a lot easier. You don't have a harsh guideline to get rid of, so this way is a lot easier. Next, I'm gonna start his lineup. I like to start from the middle and work my way to the sides. I'm gonna be using enhancements in here because my client doesn't have the strongest hairline, but we're gonna fix that, make him look straight. That way, you know what I mean, it gives him a couple days to feel like he has a dope ass lineup. As you can see here, my trimmers weren't really getting these hairs, so it's not bad to just use the shears right there, just take that line, take those few hairs out. So after the lineup, I'm just going to take my clipper over comb, and I'm just going to take, pretty much we're just doing shape here. So we're not going to really go crazy and dig in. We're just getting rid of the hairs so the haircut looks straight, like all the way up. So keep it at a 90-degree angle and don't dig into the top, because you're just going to ruin the whole haircut right there. Next, I'm using my enhancements. I'm just using a Tune 45, or actually Zay Barber Supply enhancements. I think it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm just gonna lightly spray it on and just keep it as natural as possible. But it looks like I'm spraying a lot, but I'm low-key not. Then I'm gonna use my fibers, and I'm just gonna spray some on just to make it look a little more natural. I might have sprayed a little too much, but I dust some off later on in the video. You can see it. So after I like to do that, I like to reline it up just to make sure everything's in place before I start the razor. So here I'm using my MD barber shaver holder or whatever, and I'm using Darko blades, and they cut really good. I am dry shaving my client, so I'm not gonna really put too much pressure. Don't forget to stretch the skin so it's not it doesn't hurt him or irritate his skin. And guys, that's pretty much the end of the tutorial. If you made it this far, thank you again. I really appreciate it. Drop a like. It helps my algorithm and helps me get in the algorithm. But this is pretty much the before and after coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this is how he came out. It's clean. I'm out.